So Kelsey Mitchell has officially won the WNBA Player of the Month for July. Eastern Conference Player of the Month, that is. And I don't think anyone should really be surprised by this because, well, duh. Obviously, she won Player of the Month. I don't see why anyone would be surprised by that. She obviously won Player of the Month. Kelsey Mitchell averaged 27.2 points per game. The Indiana Fever lost 4 games during the month. They had the second best record in the league after the Minnesota Lynx, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, let's take a look at the highlight tape the Fever put together.
For me, it's about the game. Everything that she does is top tier. One of the best players in this league.
Kelsey would not be denied.
She's become even more deadly of a playmaker.
You ask any guard in the league who's one of the toughest players to match up against, it is Kelsey Mitchell.
The change of direction, the change of speed. There's teams that cannot guard her.
Step back three. Money. Kelsey continues to cook.
She is as explosive and accelerating as they come.
As a pro, I take pride in being who I am and being able to accept the challenges.
And you talk about stopping Kelsey Mitchell, period.
And one! Found by Steward. Kelsey on the deck. How did she do that? Mitchell now from the left side gives it a try. Same thing. Heating up. Kelsey's cooking. Carve through the defense. Layup good. Kelsey Mitchell. What a hooper.
And she does nasty work.
I don't need to do no talking. That's all I'm going to say.
And yeah, for me, the obvious Eastern Conference Player of the Month. I don't think it could have been more obvious. If you look at her games in July, Kelsey Mitchell had 27, 29, 29, 27, 20 in a loss, and 20 in a loss against the Valkyries is a big 20. 20 versus the Valks is a different story. 30, 33, 23, 28, 28, 26. I don't think people get how great Kelsey Mitchell was this month. Even in this New York Liberty game. And not only that, they were 3-0 without Caitlin Clark. They were 3-0. They beat the Aces without Caitlin, albeit the Aces did not have Asia. They beat the Aces without Caitlin. They beat, right before the start of the month, or were they 2-0 without Caitlin Clark? 2-0, I do apologise. This LA Sparks game was still in June, so this one doesn't count. Still 2-0 without Caitlin Clark. Or they 1-1 without Aaliyah Boston. So you're looking at this here. She had 29 on the second leg of a back-to-back in a freak comeback win against Phoenix, where it looked like they were going to lose. If you look at the play-by-play here to end this game, it's a tie game late on. Ty Harris was hooping. Kelsey Mitchell hits a game winner. Sophie obviously hits the free throws, but Kelsey Mitchell hit a game winner to win this game. So she hit a game winner. Not a walk-off game winner, but what ended up being the game winner. She had 27 in a win against the Aces. She had 30 against Seattle in a game where she had 17 in the first quarter. She was ridiculous in this game. And even in a game against Seattle where, look, I'm going to be real here. A lot of people talk about, I didn't realize she's 28 in the All-Star game. But a lot of people talk about this game here. The Fever went down bad. They were up 20 and then the Storm brought it back. And then look at how this game ended. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Because this is a ball game going into the fourth. So Caitlin has done everything. Caitlin has 16 of the team's 18 points going into the fourth. Or in the third quarter. And it's a 4-point game. To start, in the fourth, Kelsey Mitchell 3. They make it 5. Kelsey Mitchell 3. Kelsey Mitchell 3 to make it 9. This is a 3 to make it 8. And then they score. She hits a 3 to make it 9. Kelsey Mitchell then scores to make it 11. Flaw J hits. Kelsey Mitchell assists to a wide open layup. She dumps it into a wide open layup for MHA. And then at this stage, Caitlin's back in the game, feeding a hot hand in Kelsey Mitchell. Caitlin had 30 points up to the fourth. Kelsey Mitchell hits another shot. KK off a Caitlin assist. Kelsey Mitchell hits a 3 to make it 13, and that's the game iced. Kelsey Mitchell hits another 2 to make it 12. Like, the game is iced. And yes, this was a game where Kelsey Mitchell, I didn't feel like it was good till the fourth, and she still comes up with an 18.4 quad to ice a game. Like, this was one of those historic months where you're like, this is a month where even if there was no Eastern Western Conference, she's the WNBA Player of the Month, period, this month. Like, I assume is who won Player of the Month in the West? Aja, I'm guessing. Aja probably won it in the other conference, but I think Kelsey Mitchell wins it in the other conference. Yeah, it was Aja Wilson. I still think Kelsey Mitchell wins it over Aja. I think she was that good this month. And she stepped up huge, had 20 every single game, and including the fucking All-Star game, had 20 every single game on ridiculous shooting. Like, 49.5% from the field, 46% from three is nuts. And that is nuts. And for if any one person says the name Caitlin Clark again. Let's look at the games they played. So through the 17th of June, July, this game is the 17th. So from the 1st to the 16th, or to 7 p.m. Eastern time to 17th, Caitlin Clark had 34 total points. She had 34 total points. And yes, I believe Caitlin Clark had a better last 2 weeks in a month than Kelsey Mitchell. But there's a key word in Player of the Month. And it's month. If you are missing 3 games, or if you're missing 2 games, and let's be very clear, she may as well have not played against Vegas or LA. The Valks, in fairness to Caitlin, locked her down. She had like a decent enough spell. That being said, she did rattle off 2 of the best weeks we've seen over the last 4 years. But at the same time, clear Player of the Month for Kelsey Mitchell. I don't see how it can really be argued that anyone else is Player of the Month over Kelsey. She was exceptional. And absolutely deserved it, up to 24 points per game for a season. Like, I don't think people understand this. Kelsey Mitchell is going to end this season with the second highest total points scored in a season. And Aja will have the highest. There's a very good chance that Kelsey Mitchell is second all time in total points in a season after this year's Aja Wilson. And look, she's playing like an MVP candidate. And the fact that there's 2 of them on the Fever is scary for teams. It is now scary for teams. But anyway, I'll see you guys.